Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. I've been busy with other stuff and I haven't really been posting covers consistently. And I'll explain why, although no one will probably really care at the moment. But today we have my first ever pedal board rundown. And this is something I'm very excited about to show you all. Because it is my first pedal board that I've made. It's specifically for church. I've made it specifically for church since I've been playing for about a year or two now. Originally, I've used the Line 6 Pod Go unit, which is amazing in its own right, and it gets the job done. And I've been using that for the entire time I've been playing at church, basically. But recently, it's been failing me. It's been taking forever to turn on, and it's really annoying, and it's been impacting my availability when I would play at church. And it's just a hassle, even at home too. Like when I just want to play, because I bring it back and forth, which probably might be the problem. But it would take forever to turn on. So like let's say like one Sunday it took like 40 minutes to turn on when we were like halfway through the set during a real service, and I think the longest was at home. It took like 4 hours to turn on. And so I took it to the shop. This happened like late May. And so I took it to the shop, and it hasn't been fixed yet. Like it's just been there for a while. I think 3 months now, almost. I was like, maybe this is time to get something more reliable. Because with the unit like that, I can't just order parts and fix it on my own. So I was like, well, with an analog board, with real pedals, I can just if it's a power supply issue, I can just order it online or just go to Guitar Center or something to get it real quick. It's something that can be replaced immediately, in like a day or so. Whereas with the pod, like that I had to take it all the way to Brooklyn. Like that's like an hour and a half train ride for me. It's just a hassle. All right. So today I'm using my Gretsch G565555TG. I think that's what it is. I'll put a picture of it later in the video. So I'm using this, and it's going straight into my Polytune Mini 3, which is going into the Covenant Compressor by INVENTIONS, into the Exodus Dual Overdrive, also by INVENTIONS, into my Dunlop Mini Volume pedal, into the Tonex One, and into the Walrus Audio Fundamental Chorus, and the rest of them are the same series. So we have the Fundamental Delay, Fundamental Reverb, and the Fundamental Ambient. And all that's going to my Focusrite interface into Ableton with nothing done at post. So let's go over my clean sound at first. Let's hear, and I'll explain a bit. Now that was with the neck pickup. I'll show the bridge now. When it's on the neck, it's pretty clean. Let's see. And then once you go to the bridge, it gets a bit dirty. Slight grit to it, hardly anything, if I'm gonna be honest, where it's just what I need. So the amp that I'm using for the Tonex One is by Alter Ampworks. I'm using the free capture that they have. I think it was it's the Blues Junior, the first one, so the clean one. I'm using that one. I have the input trim set to -0.5. Mostly because it eliminates most of the hiss when I engage both the sides of the Exodus, which I'll probably show later. You can hear a bit of it, but I fixed most of it, and it was just a huge problem because I'd get so much hiss because the input gain was just too high. I have the second amp set to, I might as well just show this now since we're on the Tonex. It's I have the vibrato effect on it. I don't use it much, but I like to have it here, just in case, you know, when I do want to use it, when I do feel like using it. I don't use it, but this is it. Yeah. So it's nothing crazy. Just the vibrato effect. I don't really use it that much, but when I do, it's good to have it handy in the second option for the Tonex. But I mostly stay on the original one. Same amp and everything for end settings for the second when I have the vibrato. But after that, we go into my Polytune tuner. Let's go on to the Covenant Compressor. The Covenant Compressor by J&S Inventions. I mostly got this one and the Exodus because of the imagery and whatever, you know, like the nod to like biblical themes. I thought it was pretty sick, you know, so that's the main reason I got it. But it is a good compressor. I have the level set to around 2. I have the blend at 50/50, the compressor at also like 1 or 2 o'clock, and then the tilt at also 1 o'clock too. I have it set just straight for my guitar. Let me show with and without compressor just so you can hear the difference. I know people like to set the compressor to be subtle, but for this, I just needed a volume boost a bit, which is what the level is doing. I have it set there. I don't like it have it set too high, so I have it at this a decent level. And yeah, other than that, it doesn't really do much other than feel. It helps like just even out when I'm playing, like a compressor should do. I have the tilt EQ set according to my guitar just to really help it sit in a nice spot. So that's how I have the compressor set, especially with its frequencies. I have the attack knob on the less funkier side. I think the other one is like more for like a funky feel and whatever. The boost, it comes with the, I think it's like Keeley Katana boost, something like that. I'll put up a link for these two pedals in the description. But here's what that sounds like. I don't use it a lot, but it's good if I want to do like just like short like lines like this one. And like that one song, Admirable. I don't really use it. Let's see. Here's on the bridge. That was on neck, so. Nothing crazy there. Just gives me a bit more grip. I don't really be using it. I use it sometimes. I mostly just rely on the Exodus for that, but there's that. I have it set around like 2 o'clock too. So next up we have the Exodus Dual Overdrive. So it's basically a 2-in-1. On this side, it is also put the information down for this, but on this side, on the right side, it is a blues breaker style, and then on the left, it's more rat distortion-ish. So this is like an overdrive and distortion. If I'm right, actually, correct me if I'm wrong. But let's show that, and I'll explain how I use them both. So here is the blues breaker side. So there's that. That's basically my first stage of gain of overdrive. I have it set just pretty dirty, I'd say. It's kind of a jump from my clean sound, but it's what I need for that songs that we typically play. I don't need too much, but I also don't need too little. You know, like as an always on overdrive, my clean kind of just it does exactly what I need. So there's that. I have the level almost 3 o'clock, I think, like around 2, and then the drive at like a little past noon, and the tone just bright enough there. I think that's pretty much it. We can hear a bit more. I just realized my reverb and delay has been on for everything. I think you guys want to hear the dry, so here's dry. So there's that. So sorry about the reverb and delay having it on for everything else, but I remembered now. Don't worry. All right, so that is the Blues Breaker side. I love this pedal. It's an amazing pedal. Great for what you're paying for. So next up we have the Rat side. And so what I like to do when I have the Rat side on, I like to lower my volume knob on my guitar to 50% to give me my rhythm sound. And then I'll roll it all the way back up again if I have like a solo or a lead line. Let's say in the song Osana by Marco Barrientos. I'll just show you. So like just like parts of that, and I also, or even if I have like short lead lines, I keep it mostly at 50%, because when I have it all the way up, you can hear the dreaded sound. So at 50 kind of helps when I'm just doing regular stuff, but I could do stuff like this. Even at 50% of my guitar volume, it makes a good lead sound. Like I'm pretty sure it can pass. I think that's good enough. But here's it with my volume knob all the way turned up on my guitar too. Maybe a little too much drive, but again, it's kind of what I need for when everything's in the mix. So here's that. That sounds good. And I can also do the Osana solo just so you can hear it. So yeah, that's what my lead sound would be. The cool thing about this, it has I think it was high pass filter, yeah, instead of a tone, and so that really helps. I have it set pretty high. I think you can hear it, but if I have it lower, there's just so much hiss coming in, and so I kind of use it just to get rid of that, and while also keeping like most of it. So this is kind of the sweet spot for me when I have it up, but it's kind of, it gets pretty gnarly here. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. I don't really be stacking the compressor because it kind of takes away volume, because it's a clean boost volume, something like that. So I don't really know. And also, before I forget, this has a switch, which allows you to choose which pedal goes into what first. So right now I have it to blues breaker going into the rat rather than the rat into the blues breaker. If I have the rat going into the blues breaker, that's more of a boost, but I'm trying to just stack. So I have it set to blues breaker to the Exodus. And I think that's officially it. Volume pedal, it does what any volume pedal will do, swells and whatever. So I mainly use it for. And the Tonex, we already went over that, so I don't think I'm missing anything else. So we'll go on to the wet section now. Now, first up in the wet section, I have the Walrus Audio Fundamental Chorus, which sounds like this. I don't use it a lot, the chorus. I have it set on the light mode, I think, instead of medium. And I have the mix pretty low. Same thing with the rate, but the depth is the only thing that's close to 50%. What I use it though for the most is for swells. I'm still trying to find the sweet spot for it, but here's how I would use it. So so that's how I would use it. Just to give it a little more texture, you could say, to swells. Other than that, I don't really use it alone. But there's that, nothing crazy to it. Next up, we have the Walrus Audio Fundamental Delay. And by the way, this line of pedals, fundamentals, really good for the price. 100, and you get, it's not much, but it gets the job done. So here is my delay setting. Yeah, there's a bit of that iconic line from that one song, Te doy Gloria. I have it set not too crazy. Because of its price range, obviously they can't give you everything. So I can't have like presets on it where I have like a short delay and then a long delay when I need it. So I kind of just had to find a spot where I was satisfied with it, where it was good enough for my when I use my drives, when I have heavy strumming and whatever, or when I'm just like laying back a little less. Um, but I do like it where it is right now. It also has tap tempo, so that's cool. That's awesome. I love the reverse delay on this. I don't use it obviously, but if there is a way to add like just like 3 presets, because it has 3 modes: digital, analog, and reverse, I would buy it. I would buy that version. Because having those 3, I think would be amazing. I love the reverse on it. I'll probably show more later, but that's what it is. I don't want this video to be too long, so that's why I'm kind of just speeding through these now. But that's what my delay is. Uh, Also, shout out to my girlfriend for buying 2 of these pedals. She got to me as a gift. I think it was the Ambient and the Reverb. I think it was. It's one of those 2, or the delay and reverb. But thank you so much for that. I know she'll watch this video, so thank you. Let's move on to Walrus Audio Fundamental Reverb. Now it's nothing crazy. Again, same thing with the delay. I kind of just had to find that sweet spot. As much as I would love a more reverb setting, I think it's good to just lay back a bit with what I have. I have it on the plate setting, mostly because it feels a bit more space than with the spring. I was using spring for a bit when I first got this, but I think plate is where I am satisfied with for now. So as you can see, oh wait, I don't think you can see, but I have the mix set like halfway through 50, so like what, 25 I guess, and then the tone a little past 50%, and then the decay right at 50%, which is not too long, because I don't want it interfering when I use my drives, but I'll show you later how I get a decent sound with all this. But really solid reverb pedal. I love it. Again, I wish there was like one with three settings. I could just change between those 3. It'd be amazing. Walrus Audio, I don't think you're gonna see this video, but that would be amazing. Anyways, let's move on to the last pedal in the chain before this video gets way too long, and it is the Walrus Audio Fundamental Ambient. Now, I use this one for more ambient stuff, or even for swells, just to give it in. So here it is on its own. It might sound a bit different, but actually let me show you how it use it with these 3, and then I'll show you with just the reverb and then just by itself. But I mostly use it when all 3 is on. I stack them. But here it is. Enough talking. So there it is. Wonderful pedal, wonderful. I have it on the I think it was the lush setting. Yeah, it's the lush setting. I have it on the lush setting, and rather than deep. Lush gives me more of the ambient spaces rather than deep, but deep is also really good. I might just show it at the end, but that's how I have it set. I have the mix almost at 50%, and then I have the tone at a little past 50%, and same thing with the decay. I have a pretty long decay there, just a taste and what I needed. So that's pretty much it. And I think now I'll just show you how I would use everything all together. So compressor always stays on. These two always stay on, and then the ambient turns on whenever I use it. But let's do some sound demos now. That's pretty much it. I love the versatilize. Probably not the best settings, but I'm still learning with that. Anyways, that is the end of the video. I'm pretty sure. I think I covered everything. If not, well then it'll be covered in the next one. Cause guess what? I have a Big Sky and a Walrus Audio D1. They just arrived recently. So I'm going to add those to the board soon. I was thinking right after the video, but I'm going to record a sound demo, an original song with this before I swap it out. But I'm excited, and I'll probably do another PedalBoard video soon. Probably in like a couple of months or so. I do start school next week. As of today, August 20. No, I don't even know what date it is. August 21. Yeah. So I'll see you all in the next video. Any suggestions on how I can improve my tone, I would appreciate it. I can't wait to see what you guys think about this. Again, I am still learning. I started, especially with pedals, I really started getting serious into building tones with them. Like back in June, really, when I really got them. I love it. I love buying gear. I can't wait to add the new pedals. Anyways, I think I'm just rambling on here. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to my cousin. Shout out to my cousin for letting me borrow his nice camera so I can have good quality footage. And my girlfriend and everyone who has supported me in buying all this. Yes, I think the total, it's not really a budget board. I did have the money, so it's quite expensive. I think total everything is like 1,500. Everything including power supply, cables. Power supply, I'm using the Voodoo Labs. I think it's like the one that can hold 8 pedals at once. So I am using that. Cables, I don't remember what patch cables I'm using, but they're high quality ones and whatnot. I don't think there's anything else. I'm satisfied with the board at the moment. I'm not like, I don't need anything crazy, like you see people making. They're all awesome boards, but it's just not what I need, especially at church at the moment. I would love to, but yeah, I can't wait to add the new pedals though, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Sorry if I talk too much. This is my first time doing this. I don't speak on like videos like these. It's my first ever I guess you could say real video where I'm actually like just talking and showing tones and whatever. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you all on the next one. Have a good day.